Hello everyone, welcome back to High Stakes. My name is Brian. I'd like to start this video by asking for your support. First, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss any of our daily betting videos. Second, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like. It really helps us reach more viewers. Now, before we dive in, for those interested in more premium betting tips and predictions, if our guidance has helped you win bets and increase your revenue, we would appreciate your support in growing this channel. Your assistance is vital in strengthening our presence on YouTube. Therefore, feel free to explore our Patreon tiers. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Thank you. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Philadelphia Phillies. The Dodgers were defeated by a score of 101 in their latest outing. Cavan Biggio hit his first homer as a Dodger, but the rest of the offense was stifled. Austin Barnes and Will Smith each had a pair of hits, but it was not nearly enough to make the game competitive. Bobby Miller gave up 9 runs on 10 hits in only 4 innings, striking out 2 and walking 3 in the effort. Philadelphia dominated the Dodgers in their most recent outing, winning by a score of 101. Trea Turner had a homer and 4 RBI against his former club, while Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh added a solo homer each. Kyle Schwarber also chipped in a pair of RBI. Zach Wheeler went 5 innings but only gave up 1 run in the process, striking out 7 and walking 2. It's unfortunately too hard to bet against the Phillies at home, where their record is 3-4-1-4, not to mention they have one of their best pitchers starting against a rookie. Philadelphia has been raking off the Dodgers, as of late, with 17 runs scored in their last 2 games against Ella Cac, has gone more than 5 innings, only once, in all of his starts thus far, and he struggled against the Diamondbacks in his last start. The Phillies have been the smarter play to bet on all season, and I will take them in this scenario as well. My team pick is Philadelphia Phillies minus 1.5 runs. Aaron Nola will be the starter as Philadelphia looks to raise their overall win total against their biggest opponent in the National League. Currently, the 31-year-old has done better than his career averages this year, with a 3.48 ERA and a 104 record in 18 games. In 18 starts, Nola has a 1.03 WHIP, 107 strikeouts, and 25 walks while throwing 113.2 total innings on the year. He had a quality start against the Braves in his most recent matchup with 3 runs surrendered in 6 innings, and if he can provide that against the Dodgers, Philadelphia has a good chance of taking the victory. Landon Knack will take the hill in a potentially crucial game for the right to the 1 seed in the National League. Although he has only made 7 starts to his NBA career, Knack has a 2.86 ERA and a 0.98 WHIP. The rookie has a 1-2 record along with 31 strikeouts and 9 walks through 34.2 innings pitched. His last outing was against the Diamondbacks, in which he gave up 4 runs on 4 hits in 4 innings, striking out 6 and walking 1. LA will need Knack to be at his best against arguably the best team in baseball if they are to have a chance. The total is a bit high for my liking, but with these 2 teams and their terrific lineups, I expect runs to come aplenty. Trea Turner basically will himself into scoring once or twice in a game, and the lineup of the Dodgers doesn't need any further explanation. LA has hit the over in 9 of their last 10 games, and Philadelphia has hit the over in 6 of their last 8 games played. The Dodgers have hit the over in the majority of their contests, and I expect Philadelphia to show out for their home crowd in the final game of the series. Philadelphia has the most runs scored in the entire MLB, and while their starting pitching has been solid, the bullpen ranks middle of the pack in terms of bullpen era. A couple runs in the latter innings may be the difference to the over being hit via as the under. My total pick is over 9.5 runs. Chicago Cubs vs Baltimore Orioles. The Cubs kept the wins coming as they took Game 2 over Baltimore. Chicago notched 4 runs on 11 hits as 4 players logged multiple hits at the plate. Christopher Morel launched the only home run as he hit a solo shot in the second. Shota Imanaga got the start, and over 6 innings he allowed 6 hits and no runs while he struck out 6. The Orioles were unable to get on the board in Game 2 as they accounted for 9 hits. Ryan Mountcastle was the lone player to log multiple hits as he went 3-4 at the plate. Corbin Burns got the start, and over 6 innings he allowed 3 runs on 9 hits while striking out 5. The Cubs have hit well of late, while the Orioles have struggled in July. That said, the strongest batting split for Chicago this season sits right at the Orioles' season average. Baltimore is hitting stronger at home this season, and their ability to hit for extra bases should allow them to get runs on the board. Don't expect 9 hits to not bear any fruit again. Steele is coming off a full game, and there's reason to believe he may not have the same velocity early on. Look for the O's offense to get things figured out here. Our team pick is Baltimore Moneyline. Baltimore enters this contest averaging 5.12 runs per game, which lands them at the top of the league. The Orioles have seen the ball well and currently sit 7th in baseball, with a collective batting average of .254. Along with that, the Orioles have been hitting their best in front of their home crowd, where more than half of their home runs have happened. They have been a bit softer under the lights, dropping to their weakest batting split. The Orioles saw the ball well in June and posted their strongest monthly batting average. They have come back down to earth in July but are still averaging nearly 2 doubles per game. The Orioles remain impatient at the plate, dropping to the 28th in walks received. However, their ability to extend hits and hit homers has bounced the offense and helped put runs on the board on a regular basis. Chicago enters this contest averaging 4.16 runs per game, which lands them at 20th in the league. The Cubs have struggled to find consistency at the plate as they sit bottom 5 in the league in overall batting average. Chicago has hit right around league average on the road this season and has tended to hit their best under the lights. After a somewhat soft June, the bats have picked up in July and the Cubs are hitting a monthly best of .254 at the plate. This uptick in batting average is a welcome development considering the Cubs sit bottom 10 in strikeout rate and one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to driving runners home. Home runs have also been scant, but in July the Cubs are averaging 1 per game, which is above their season benchmark. Both of these pitchers are throwing best in their respective situations and Suarez has been tossing well of late. Steele has been able to limit his walks, and with Baltimore often being impatient at the plate, any strong ball command here could have them swinging outside the strike zone. Chicago has struggled to drive runners home all season, and they sit bottom 10 in strikeout rate. Expect to see both offenses slow out of the gate here while the pitchers continue their strong play. Take under 9 runs. New York Yankees vs Tampa Bay Rays. The New York Yankees have been playing extremely poorly as of late, but they are second in the AL East as they are 3.0 games back in the division and 3.5 games up in the AL wildcard. Their offense has been outstanding as they are 4th in the league with a .7555 team ops and scoring 5.02 runs per game. The team has been able to hit for an incredible amount of power as they are second in the sport with 132 total home runs thus far. Center fielder Aaron Judge has been doing incredibly well at the plate as he has recorded a .308/.426/.677/ line with 32 home runs, 83 RBI, 70 runs scored and 5 steals without being caught. This Yankees team has some strong players and needs to figure out how to end this massive stretch of bad play. The Tampa Bay Rays have been doing a decent job as they are 4th in the AL East standings and as they are 12.0 games behind in the division right now and are 5.5 games back in the AL wildcard. The Rays have been struggling offensively as the team has a .235/.310/.369/ line while averaging 4 runs per game up to this point. The lineup has been doing incredibly well at stealing bases as they are 5th with 90 stolen bases while being caught 33 times. First baseman Yandy Diaz has been hitting pretty well as he has a .720 ops with 8 home runs, 43 RBI, 33 runs scored, and a 31.57 walk to strikeout ratio. This team has some talent but needs to figure out how to win games as things continue to progress. Even though the Yankees have the better record, the Rays are playing a lot better in the last month of games. The ability to get hits throughout the last 30 days is showing there is a difference here at getting hits as New York is 26th with a .228 team batting average while Tampa Bay is 16th with a 241 team batting average in that span. Nestor Cortes has struggled on the road as in 9 road games he is 0-4 with a 5.63 ERA and a .295 opposing batting average in 46.1 innings. Go with the Tampa Bay Rays to win the final game of this series. Both teams have been struggling to pitch well throughout July as New York is 15th in the sport with a 4.57 team ERA in 7 games while Tampa Bay is 21st in the bigs with a 5.03 team ERA in their 7 games this calendar month. These teams have been donged pretty well offensively as neither bullpen is going to get stops. Randy Arozarena and Yandy Diaz each have a .8000 ops while Juan Soto and Aaron Judge each have that .8000 ops in the last 30 days, so they should score a lot of runs in this game. Go with the over 7.5 runs as the better be in this matchup.